Hi, welcome to Barney Tech channel. Here we are going to see how to see the schematic diagram. For this is the first section. So here I am going to show just a introduction for you, what are the basic things we have to see for the schematic diagram. If you take the schematic, the first page will be having the customer and customer reference and subsection, equipment drawing, reference number, and all these things you will have. When you go to next page, it may be a bill of material, or it may be a abbreviation word which was used in the panel or it was used in the schematic. Here in second page they are given the abbreviation of the equipment which was used in this schematic. Here for the example you can see the FS1. This FS1 is a fuse holding plus fuse, and the rating of the fuse and everything it will be mentioned here. So when you see in panel or when you see in schematic, they will mention this FS1. So if they mention the FS1, this is something related to fuse and fuse holding. So we must know all these things. This is going to help you when you deal with customers. You can say boldly about these abbreviations. After this, in schematic, definitely you will have the sheet index, the heading known as sheet index. This is also one of the important. All must see this, because this sheet will take you to the corresponding circuit diagram. This will help you when you are doing troubleshoot, or when you want to go to any particular circuit. You can go directly by referring this sheet index. You can able to see the front single line diagram, the cover sheet, the isolator interlock logic, isolator CD interlock logic, trip matrix, covering sheet, CT input circuit, VT input circuit. Like this the commands was given. Directly to this you can see this page number, that is our sheet number. For example, if you are checking a distance protection circuit, so you want to see the distance protection in schematic. In order to go directly to the distance protection, first if you see this index page, it will be helpful for you. The 21.1, all these are distance protection. In that, what particular specification you want to see. If you want to see the distance protection CT diagram or distance protection binary input diagram, you can directly refer here. 21.1 protection AC circuit is a AC circuit. Here you can refer directly. 21.1 is a distance protection, and BI is a binary input circuit. And if you see here, it will mention the sheet number. Here it was shown 21. So directly you can go to the sheet 21 and you can check. This will avoid waste of time by seeing page by page. So you can go directly by seeing this index sheet. So this index sheet also will be helpful for you when you are going to see any particular circuit. During the time of troubleshoot, it will be helpful for you. And next one is the symbol. These symbols will be helpful for you to understand in schematic. If they mention this symbol, this stands for the particular element. As I mentioned in SLD in previous video, the symbols also is very important. We have to know what the symbol stands for. And here mention another one, it is TB groups. In TB groups, you can see all X, AC, XCB, S. AC stands for AC circuit, XCB stands for circuit breaker circuit, and XTC1 stands for circuit breaker trip circuit 1. So this TB name will be mentioned in the front of the TB. So by knowing this TB also, it will be helpful for you to analyze the circuit, and to troubleshooting it will be helpful. It will make you narrow to your destination. So this TB number also seeing is very useful. Next, if you see the SLD. Now we are going to see the SLD. In this SLD, the incomer is connected with main bus or transfer bus. It was shown like this. If you connect with main bus, it was connected through breaker Q52 and with two isolator Q89 and Q87. But if you connect with transfer bus, it was connected with only isolator Q88. So it means when you connect with main bus, the incomer have the protection of Q52. But if the incomer is connected to transfer bus, that is Q88, then here we don't have the breaker to isolate the fault. So from this SLD, it was clear that the incomer is, you can connect either to main bus or transfer bus, and we have two VT, one is connected to main bus, another one is connected to transfer bus VT. And if you see the Q87, it has some mechanical interlock with Q86, that is Q86 is our air switch. When you switch on the air switch, so you cannot able to operate Q87, but you can able to operate Q88. So there is no mechanical interlock for Q88. So we have to assign by electrical interlock to Q88. That will be in logic sheet, but we also have to see these basic things. And after that, if you see the CT, here we have a 4-core CT. In this, the core 1 is used for busbar protection, and core 2, it was used for distance protection. Main 2, that is for, it is a backup protection. So here, by seeing this, you can analyze. For this line, they are going to use a 2 distance relay, that is main 1 relay, main 2 relay. So 2 distance relay they are going to use. The core 3 CT, it was connected with 2 relay. One is main 1 distance protection, another one is line differential protection. When you see the core 4, it was used for fully metering. M is a multifunction meter, BC is a brake control unit, where normally we control the isolator and breaker over here, and MP1 and MP2 is a metering panel 1 and metering panel 2. Now we are going to see the line VT. The line VT have 2 cores. 1 core they taken for production and 1 core they taken for metering, MFM and BCU they are given. And one is surge arrestor. After that they are having a surge arrestor. This is a single line diagram, and this CT ratio and VT ratio all mentioned near to this CTs and VTs. Apart from this, the CT VT detail will be given in tabular column in SLD itself. Next we are going to see a production matrix. If you see over here, it will be having a clear sketch of all production which you are going to use in this schematic or for this particular panel. And by seeing this, you can able to configure relay production trip without asking to customer, because in this itself it will show the clear sketch. This having a very big tabular column. To have a clear view, I was made this tabular column, same tabular column in Excel. First one is ANSI code. 21 is a distance production, and here we have 21 bar 1 and 21 bar 2. 21 bar 1 stands for main distance production. 21 2 is stands for backup distance production. So in this panel we are going to use 2 distance relay. One is main relay, another one is backup relay. Now we will see first one. It was main 1 production zone 1, the relay 7SS611, and this relay it has to give AR initiation. So it was clear, when we have a zone 1 trip, first it has to initiate for AR initiation, and same time it has to give a single phase trip. You can see here 21 1 main 1 production single phase trip relay. It may be R phase or Y phase or B phase, depending upon the phase fault. It has to give individual phase separately. and we can see any other configuration over this, and we also having another one configuration. It has to send a carrier send signal, so it has to send the carrier send signal to the remote station, and we will check any other. Yes, we have another one, that is our BC is a bus coupler breaker auto recloser initiation, also it is giving. These are the things we have to configure for zone 1 production according to this schematic. And we will see second one. Second one is a main 1 production zone 2 to 3. This also same relay for main 1, same relay, but for this they are not configured for AR initiation, but instead of that they are configured for AR blocking. So when zone 2 to zone 3 or some other zone after that zone 1, if any other zone pick up, our relay should block the AR. Then they want the 3-phase trip, that is our lockout operation. 86 one is a some master trip, so that is related to lockout operation. So if you have other than zone 1 fault, it should go for lockout. And then also it is tripping to master trip 2 and 1, both we are giving tripping to 1 and 2 master trips. And we will see any other configuration. We are blocking bus coupler auto recloser also, and also we are giving trip to bus coupler 3-phase trips, trip 1 and trip 2. We are giving 2 trips for this. Next we will see the distance production 2, that is 21-2. It is a backup distance production. The relay used here is P543, and when you see this, same like our main production, we have given configuration, that is zone 1 means it has to initiate the auto recloser for single phase trip initiation, and we have the carrier send channel 2, channel 1 and channel 2. We have 2 channels. From the backup production relay, they are sending the carrier signal in channel 2. And our fifth one is, we come to again main 1 distance production, but the production is SOTF, switch on to fault. Here for this production also they need the auto recloser blocks, and they need the trips, master trip 1 and 2, and they need same for bus coupler auto recloser block and all trips. So like this we have to see one by one the production matrix. So this production matrix is very useful for to check your relay logic and to configure relay logic. We came to the end of this section. This is our introduction class. We are going to end it over here. In next section we are going to schematic part 2. You can see how to check the schematic in next section. If you think this section is useful for your friends, then please share this section to them. Thank you for watching this video.